Welcome to behind the wheel of the all-new 2021 Hyundai Tucson plug-in hybrid. We're driving the new Tucson at Fitzpatrick's Hyundai, Kildare Town. Now, you don't need me to tell you what a success the Tucson has been over the years for Hyundai, and still very much is. Chances are you see multiple Tucsons every day out on the road. There's many reasons for this. It's a solid car that's built well. Hyundai offers a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. It's comfortable and spacious, and now this new generation looks different to pretty much all of its rivals. Hyundai took a bold step by radically redesigning their popular crossover, but it seems to have paid off. Let's get into the video and take a quick drive in the new plug-in hybrid Tucson. If you can help support the channel by hitting that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it, and let us know in the comments below what make or model you want to see next on the channel. So this Tucson is powered by both a petrol engine and electric motor. Irish pricing for the plug-in Tucson starts at €41,695 and rises to $47,500 for the top spec. The one we're in today is the entry-level Comfort Plus, and to be fair, it still has a decent amount of kit. So the engine is a turbocharged 1.6 petrol that works together with the electric motor to put out a combined 261 brake horsepower with a 0 to 100 kilometers time quoted at 8.5 seconds. From our research, most reviews state that to drive, there isn't much difference between the plug-in hybrid Tucson and the regular hybrid. From what we can see from behind the wheel, it's got plenty of poke and is settled and comfortable out on the road. There's also decent torque from the hybrid system, making overtaking and getting up to speed a pretty easy task. One thing we did note is that the suspension is set up slightly firmer than you may expect for a crossover, but it still irons out bumps fairly well and isn't too firm. In the corners you can slightly feel that extra bit of weight that those bigger batteries bring in the form of some body roll, but the handling is more than competent for a family crossover. It's not like you're going to be throwing an SUV into the corners at massive speeds anyway. Premium feeling is the first word that comes to mind when you're behind the wheel of the Tucson, and you could easily cover that badge and ask someone to guess what car they're in. Chances are they will say one of the premium brands. Quality in here really is second to none, and once again Hyundai have matched the Germans, and this interior would put more expensive cars to shame. The digital driver's display is clear and crisp with plenty of customizable options. The center infotainment system is simple enough to use. There are haptic feedback buttons which do the job. This is much easier to use than some rivals which have heating and aircon built into the touchscreen. The car really feels bang up to date in here. Excuse the white plastic that's still on the dash, this car is brand new. The gear selector is logically laid out, and the steering wheel has all your shortcut buttons for media, lane keeping assist and cruise control. When it comes to space, the plug-in hybrid is practically identical to the regular Tucson. There is slightly less boot space due to the bigger batteries. The big benefit to plug-in hybrids is that if used correctly, they are cheap to run, and this Tucson should prove no different. Naturally enough, if you don't keep the batteries topped up regularly, then inevitably you will use more fuel. But keep the batteries charged, and this SUV should have very low running costs. A main rival of the Tucson is the Ford Kuga plug-in hybrid. While the Kuga plug-in does undercut the Tucson in price, I think overall the Hyundai is that little bit more interesting to look at and has more equipment as standard. Overall, the Tucson is a very strong car, and it's pretty evident why it's such a strong seller even in this crowded segment. If you're in the market for a compact plug-in hybrid SUV, it's definitely worth adding the Tucson to your list. What do you think of the new Tucson? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until the next one, thanks very much for watching Deck of Cars.